Welcome back. We have much to discuss. Every single swap meet has its own identity. This one is like a vintage collectibles gold mine. There are so many things here that I look at and go, I've never seen that before. That's a very unique item. I've got to see what's there, which of course means there's going to be a lot of interesting gaming stuff, right?
Good morning.
Good morning, buddy.
You ready?
Finally found you.
What's your prices on like the console and things?
Right there?
Yeah. What? $80? And the Super Nintendo?
Right there, probably $80.
80?
Perceptive viewers may notice the difference between the scratchy voice Mort and the current voice Mort. I had a cold then, I no longer do now. Well done you picking up on that. Now there is a lot of interesting stuff here, but so far nothing to make any offers on.
Glad to see some game stuff out. See what else is here.
The bag is 30,
Uh-huh.
and if you want the GameCube in it, I'm not sure if it works, but I give you 50 for the bundle.
50 for the bundle?
Yeah, Def Jam, I have it at 15.
15? Okay.
The Def Jam wrestling games in this generation of games have become quite collectible. Vendetta less so than Fight for New York, which on the PS2 and GameCube can be an incredibly collectible game. Vendetta, is it any better? Let me know in the comments.
A lot of really good stuff at that booth. The problem was it was a little bit more damage than I was willing to take a risk on, but this I couldn't say no to.
Most interesting to me is this GameCube bag. It is super clean. There's different little pockets and things for games, controllers, memory cards. There's even some paperwork in here as well. What is this paperwork? I haven't looked at this paperwork. This just... Oh, it's Wavebird wireless controller insert. That's pretty cool.
Very happy. First score of the day. Hopefully with many more to come.
Here's the thing. He also had a bunch of other really collectible, really interesting items at the table in terms of the N64 console, the GameCube console, but they were both really dusty and dirty, and the GameCube lid wouldn't like latch closed. Would you have taken the N64 and the GameCube? Let me know in the comments. Next find was Minecraft on the PS4. Kids love Minecraft, but I'm an adult.
How much is the game? You said 7, would you take 5? Tried to get that Minecraft game for $5, but he paid $5 for it. Still at $7, I got a pretty smoking deal. Very happy. You look like you just got back from hunting though.
Yeah.
How was the grizzly bear that you just wrestled? Pretty good?
Yeah, I grinned a bar by the time I was 3.
Yeah, nice.
VHS collecting has surged in the past couple of years, and in particular, people who are rabid fans of collecting VHS tapes are looking for horror films because a lot of them only were made on VHS, or there's something about the lower resolution, fidelity, quality of VHS that makes it more creepy. I found a unique one this morning called The Clown Murders, and what's unique is it's a Canadian film from the 80s starring a very young John Candy. What's unique about this film, oh, never mind, it's from the 70s. Man, how come I'm screwing this up so much? What's unique about this film is the director of this movie went on to be one of the 4 co-writers of the ultimate classic film, Top Secret, which is an 80s film from, I believe, the makers of Airplane, and the writing in that movie is hilarious. Like Airplane itself, if you don't laugh in one scene, wait about 3 seconds and you might laugh at the next joke. But what's interesting about this film is that it's very boring. Or at least that's what the review said. Let me know in the comments if you've seen it and what you think of The Clown Murders on VHS. I love digging through reseller booths because I often find something for the collection that I want to add, and today was no exception. Let's try that again.
What did you have on Trauma Center?
25?
25?
I found Trauma Center under the knife for the Nintendo DS. I'm especially interested in this game because it's a game for the Nintendo Wii that Dan and Elisa from JRPG Life and I played on a recent episode of Garbage or Gold. What we found with the game was that it was a lot of fun, but the controls on the Wii, as expected, weren't exactly the most precise. I wonder if the DS experience will be any different. I hear that the stories in these games get really bizarre and really wild. Someone goes into the surgery center with a bomb surgically implanted inside of them, and not only do you have to remove the bomb without killing the patient, but then you have to dismantle the bomb and there's conspiracies and all kinds of weird things, and it's apparently a very fun and wild, weird game.
Can you do 20? Woohoo! Thank you. I just, in general, don't want to have anything that I have to clean up its poop and pee that isn't my children's.
So you're not a fan of animals?
No. I mean, in theory, I like visiting other people's animals, and then after like 5 minutes, I'm like, I gotta wash my hands.
Understandable.
This is an original Game Boy box from 1989. Which leads me to today's sponsor, Collector Protector. Collector Protector makes cases for all of your collectibles, whether it's these standard plastic ones or these more durable acrylic ones. And if you're even half serious about collecting, having your items in as good a condition as possible is essential to preserving their original authenticity. They also have cases for Funko Pops, action figures, and fig pins as well. Their standard box protectors are actually thicker than the competition, which means greater durability and general quality to keep your expensive cardboard in good condition. Originally, this Kid Nicky box was all pink like this, but over time the sun fading killed a lot of the original color. But Collector Protector's cases have up to 94% UV resistance in the technology of their cases. And in addition, Collector Protector's cases feature a magnetized lock. Collector Protector's actually made specialty cases for things like this Nintendo Switch console from Tears of the Kingdom, which has the magnetized locks and these rubber grip feet to make sure that it doesn't slide off of your shelf. And every month, Collector Protector is making new case dimensions and sizes based on what people request in their app. So make sure to download their app and request those specialty items that you need. And to make matters more awesome, use my link in the description below to get 10% off your order from Collector Protector right now. Thank you so much to Collector Protector for sponsoring today's video. And now let's get back to the hunt. And just to be clear, I don't actually recommend that people drop their cases on the ground. Probably not a smart idea.
Pretty solid morning. Not as many finds as last time, but we still have a whole other section of the swap meet to go.
I love this vendor. They always hook me up, and today was no exception.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. $10. The Pongs. Sears.
16 games?
They all look the same.
Yeah.
Woo! Wow, that was your homer?
That was a terrible boohoo.
That's okay, I loved it. I'm glad I got it on camera.
Oh!
One of my favorite things is going to a booth and the vendor says, everything is $10. He said, everything at the booth is $10 each if you buy 10 or more items. I'm not finding 10 things to buy. The two games I find are SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, with Brock Lesnar looking like he has to go to the bathroom.
How much are the games?
The games are all different prices. Actually, that game's not in there.
This game is a $100-ish game on the Wii U. Unfortunately, it only had Wii Sports in it, which is still great.
Yeah, it sounds Wii Sports. How much is this?
20 bucks.
20 bucks?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the cake and everything. Yeah.
You know, I think you wanted 20 for this originally, but I said, would you do 15 each?
Then you dropped it down to 30 for both. I'm very happy with that. Thank you very much.
You know, we're done here. It's time to leave, but it turns out that things are just getting started.
What is that?
Jurassic Park, Lost World.
This table was really unique and interesting. At it was a bunch of what looked like VHS and Betamax tapes that were maybe sent out to different TV stations for review or broadcast or journalists or who knows where.
Faith No More.
Falling to Pieces, Del Fuegos, Dream Academy, The Occult, ZZ Top.
Some of these were actual just screeners themselves that were sent out for review during awards season.
For your consideration, these are VHSs. What year?
97, The Last Stand at Saber River.
Now, a screener today looks something like this. This is the show Severance. This is one of my favorite TV shows I've seen in the last few years. People are campaigning to get their stuff nominated for award season, and this gets sent out to members of the Academy, Screen Actors Guild, or whoever else, and then you watch them, and it helps you to know who to vote for based on what you like or what you don't like.
We might be sitting on something here that's
I know.
worth looking at twice.
But I found a couple of things that were really interesting. This is musical stuff that I hadn't seen before. The first thing that stood out to me were these VHS tapes from an 80s hair metal band called Faster Pussycat, and it's on VHS for a song called Bathroom Wall, and also for the song Don't Change That Song. This is a band that was featured in a documentary series called The Decline of Western Civilization, Part 2, which is a bit of a legendary documentary on hair metal on the Sunset Strip. And you see all of these bands trying to become the next Poison or Motley Crue, and all of just the debauchery and craziness of the Sunset Strip in the 80s. It was so well received that the director of the documentary, Penelope Spheris, went on to direct the movie Wayne's World. There's something here from a record label from Elektra. If you know what these are, please let me know. I'm dying to know. But I also grabbed these ones from a band that has the ultimate cult following, and that's Faith No More. We Care a Lot. It says Beta 2 dub in stereo from Slash Records, and then Faith No More, Falling to Pieces, viewing copy from Reprise Records. Their vocalist, Mike Patton's gone on to have one of the most unique musical careers in all of music. Are you a Faith No More fan? Let me know in the comments. It's interesting to find this stuff because it is one-of-a-kind type things, or maybe just a few of a kind. To super fans of these bands, Faith No More and Faster Pussycat, this could be really cool stuff. Speaking of formats that I don't have the ability to utilize to their maximum potential, how about PC games? There's this stack of big box PC games that's just sitting out there. These are just the boxes. There's no inserts, manuals, CDs, nothing. And there's some unique ones in here I had not seen very much of before, and I know are extremely popular, especially Half-Life, which is obviously one of the most popular games of all time, but this is a more unique variant as far as I could tell. How much for a lot of stuff? Grab that. Okay. This person loved first-person shooters, obviously. I gotta get these $100. But as much as this is all really interesting stuff, my favorite ones that stood out were Nightmare Creatures. Okay, I'm gonna pass on those, but I'll get these. And the beloved N64 game, Turok 2, The Seeds of Evil. That's so awesome. This is one of my top 5 N64 games. I played so much of it. I still play the remasters. I'm so thrilled to be able to add this to the collection. Any of you who are big box PC collectors, let me know if I found any more collectible ones. I don't know much about PC big box collecting. I'd love to learn more.
So 30, 30, 50, 35, 35, 15. So 85.
I did not know that Grand Theft Auto came out for the Game Boy Advance, and I'm really curious how it plays. If it's the top-down style like the PS1 or the early iterations of the game, or if they tried to do something unique for the Game Boy Advance for it. But buried in the middle, in the center of this box of random game manuals and random Game Boy games and DS shovelware are 2 Pokémon games for the Game Boy Advance. And these are every bit authentic. Actually, on closer inspection, Pokemon Sapphire is, in fact, a fake. You'll notice the E from the ESRB logo is fatter on the Fire Red and it's thinner on the Sapphire one. Also, the print is a little more fuzzy, for lack of a better term. It's not quite as sharp and detailed. Things to look out for are not only the ESRB logo being the right size, but on the back, you'll notice here that there's nothing here on the back. And I mean, I made a short on this. I should have known this. But on the back of this one, look in that top corner, there's those 4 like little chips that are there. And on this one, those chips are not there. Unfortunately, I got duped, but I still got a great deal on the other one. I'll be fine.
Good times in the hometown.
This ended up being a winner. PC boxes, weird random music things, lots of unique stuff, not the common stuff you normally find. Working out a little bit of a cold. Who cares? You don't. I do. Let's talk. Let's move on. I got so much content planned this year, and I hope that you are ready for more. I hope you've had a wonderful start to your new year, and I'll see you on the next one.